What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Creative Tech, and today we're talking about cell phones. I recently had one of my friends come up to me and was talking to me about my YouTube channel, and he'd seen some of my videos. He said the quality was really good, and he asked me what camera I used, which if you guys have been watching the channel, you know that I use the Sony a7 III for almost all of my videos. And he was like, oh my gosh, well, do I need that big or high end of a camera? And I said, no, you have a smartphone. He has I want to say he has some type of Android, and that's more than okay to get started in whatever it is that you want to do. So with that said, that inspired me to make this video about smartphones and kind of what you can and cannot do with them, which it's kind of crazy what smartphones are capable of these days. And so throughout this video, I want to try to use my smartphone as much as possible throughout the whole process. I'm shooting my video on my smartphone right now. I have the iPhone 10, and I'm gonna do my best to actually edit this video on my phone. We'll see how that goes. And I'll take some pictures with it because the cameras on these things are amazing nowadays compared to what they were, and it's pretty crazy the type of shots that you're able to get with the cameras on these phones, and not to mention the software that's available for these things nowadays. You could they have Photoshop, they have Premiere Pro, they have Lightroom, they have AutoCAD, they have almost any type of program that you could get on your PC or Mac, whichever you use. Odds are they make a program or an app for your phone so that you can do everything that you need to do on the go. So the moral of the story to this video is you don't have to have amazing gear to make good content, because when it comes down to it, you could have a $20,000 cinema camera and the best mics, the best lights and everything, but if you don't have any good content, or you don't have a somewhat good personality or anything like that, it's just going to be really great looking bad content. So with that said, I actually took some photos with my iPhone, and now disclaimer, I did use the Moment lens system. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I use the Moment lens system on my phone. So I'll be notating that, whenever I do show off the pictures. I will take pictures without the lenses, and I'll take pictures with the lenses. The company Moment, they make their own app so that you can take manual control of your camera for stills. And then I'm going to be using Adobe Lightroom and Photoshop if need be. I don't think I'll need Photoshop. I am going to use Lightroom to kind of retouch the pictures and make them pop a little bit and show you just what you can do with your smartphone camera. Now, as far as video goes, I do use the Filmic Pro app on the iPhone 10, which it's available on iPhone and Android. It gives you the ability to take manual control of your settings for video. The Filmic Pro app does cost money. It costs about $15. So that's completely up to you. You don't necessarily need that, because you can change the frame rate settings in the normal iPhone app for the camera. You just can't really handle your exposure properly, in my opinion. So that's mostly what I use it for, is to get a proper exposure. So with that said, I'll shoot some B-roll. I'm obviously shooting A-roll right now with my iPhone, so that'll give you an idea of what you can do with the iPhone and with just any smartphone in general. So as far as music goes, Apple, they have their own software. It's called GarageBand. I've actually used that to record a song, way back in the day. And Fruity Loops Studio, they have a mobile version of their software for Android and iPhone. So it's very capable to create music just on your iPhone. You could go as far as creating beats, any type of electronic music really. And if you actually play instruments, guitar, bass, piano, whatever, what have you, there's adapters and stuff that you can get that you can use for microphones and things of that nature. So as far as music goes, you're more than capable of creating just about any type of music that you want solely on your iPhone. Okay, now as far as digital art goes, there are a slew of apps that you can download. I know that Autodesk, they make a sketching app, and then Adobe, they have their Illustrator app, and then there's just a countless amount of apps that you can download. Now as far as smartphones go, on the iPhone side, you can't really use the stylus except those little third-party ones that you can buy with the little rubber tip on it. And on the Android side, you have the Note that has the built-in stylus. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure there are other manufacturers that their phones come with a stylus, but I don't know that for a fact, so don't hold me to that. When it comes down to it, smartphones are just incredibly amazing tools that you can use to be as creative as you want. At the risk of sounding cliche, your imagination is the limit, especially when it comes to smartphones. So I don't want anybody to focus on the gear, because I'm willing to bet that there's YouTubers out there that they have a huge following and everything like that, and they've been using a smartphone the whole time. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm sure that they're out there. And there's YouTubers that I've seen on occasion that they're shooting on thousands of dollars worth of gear, and they've got little to no subscribers. So with that said, just use the tools that you have available to you and do your best to stay creative. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell, and we'll see you guys in the next one.